Hey there, welcome to Living Local. I'm Lindsey Kovach, and today we're diving into two popular cities in the Southeast, Greenville, South Carolina, and Raleigh, North Carolina. If you're considering a move to either of these locations, we're breaking down the key differences between these two Carolina cities. Greenville and Raleigh are rapidly growing in popularity, but they definitely have their key differences. Today, we will explore their geographical and weather differences, housing market and job opportunities, healthcare, their culinary scenes, as well as their overall vibe and personality. I'll also talk a little more about the types of people who might choose to live in each of these cities. Personally, I'm a big fan of Greenville since I live here, but I know people who live in Raleigh and absolutely love it. If this is your first time on our channel and you want to learn more about life in the upstate of South Carolina, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a video. And if you're thinking about a move to Greenville, take my quiz in the description to see which areas might be a good fit for you. I'd love to help with your move. So let's get started. Let's first start with where these cities are located on the map. Greenville is in the northwest corner of South Carolina, about halfway between Atlanta and Charlotte, right at the edge of the Blue Ridge Mountains. We call this area the upstate region of South Carolina. The city proper has about 73,000 residents taken during the 2024 census, and with over 571,000 in the Greenville County metro area. These numbers make Greenville County the most populous county in the state of South Carolina. Raleigh is in central North Carolina and is part of the famed Research Triangle, along with Durham and Chapel Hill. The city itself sits about 25 miles southeast of both Chapel Hill and Durham and resides in Wake County. Raleigh is located in what's known as the Piedmont region, where hilly terrain begins to meet the coastal plain. It's a much bigger city with nearly 500,000 residents within the city limits, according to the 2024 census, with the larger metro area exceeding 1.5 million residents. These major size differences definitely play a factor in a variety of lifestyle characteristics for each of these cities. Generally speaking, Greenville offers more small city feel, while Raleigh brings its big city scale and faster pace, both of which impact everything from traffic to job opportunities. Housing is one of the biggest differentiators between these two cities. Greenville's average home price is around $400,000. However, this varies greatly depending on your location. You can find a variety of home types in different neighborhoods spread throughout the city and county locations, from downtown condos to craftsman bungalows to brick ranches and modern farmhouses. Neighborhoods like Augusta Road in North Main offer beautiful older homes, while Verde, Five Forks, and Simpsonville offer newer suburban options. You can check out our video linked above about some of the best areas in Greenville to call home if you're interested in learning more about a few key Greenville neighborhoods. Raleigh's median home price is closer to $480,000. Hot neighborhoods include Five Points and Cameron Village for historic charm, North Hills for modern urban living, and Briar Creek for new construction. Rents are steeper too. Expect about $1,700 for a one-bedroom apartment, while Greenville still hovers closer to $1,300. One thing to note is that the closer you are to either city's downtown city center, the higher the home price. In both Greenville and Raleigh, homes located close to downtown typically sell for $1 million or more. Another factor to consider with housing affordability is property taxes. In general, North Carolina has a higher property tax rate than that of South Carolina. While both are dependent on property value, location, and eligibility for exemption, the median property tax in Greenville, South Carolina is 0.88%, which is above the state median but below the national median. In Wake County, North Carolina, where Raleigh's located, the average effective property tax rate is 0.96%, which is higher than the statewide average. Overall, according to a recent study conducted by bestplaces.com, Raleigh housing costs are about 19% more expensive than Greenville housing costs. That said, Greenville wins in affordability, but it's important to remember that larger cities also bring more variety when it comes to the housing market in general. So both Greenville and the Raleigh-Durham areas have strong healthcare systems, especially compared to a number of the coastal cities in South Carolina and North Carolina. Let's take a quick look at how they compare. Greenville's Prisma Health is the largest not-for-profit healthcare organization in South Carolina and has 3 key facilities in Greenville. This includes its main hospital with a level 1 trauma center and 746 beds, Patewood Hospital, known for its maternity and orthopedic services, as well as breast health, ENT, and aging services, and a wellness pavilion that opened in 2025. Prisma Health is also a teaching hospital. The Greenville Memorial Campus hosts the University of South Carolina's School of Medicine. Raleigh is well known for its strong public university system and the Research Triangle Park, which is a hub for medical care and research. It features institutions like Duke University Hospital and UNC Healthcare. healthcare, recognized for high-quality care. Duke is recognized as a top hospital nationally and internationally and has patients travel from across the world for treatment. So Raleigh has all the services that Greenville has and then some more specialized treatment available, as it's one of the top few national hospitals in the U.S. When we look at healthcare costs across the board, Raleigh is about 20% more expensive on average than in Greenville. So Raleigh has a few more specialized services than Greenville, but both cities have a strong and accessible healthcare system for individuals of all ages and support needs. If you're moving for work, the industries in each city might sway your decision. Raleigh is the absolute hub for research, technology, biotech, and education. It's home to the Research Triangle Park, where companies like Cisco, IBM, SAS, and Red Hat have major campuses. With NC State, Duke, and UNC nearby, there's also a constant pipeline of talent and research opportunities. Raleigh is definitely appealing to young and seasoned professionals in tech, healthcare, and academia, with many people relocating specifically to Raleigh to be close to the resources and network that the Research Triangle is sure to provide. Greenville's economy is driven by manufacturing, engineering, and logistics. The key industries in Greenville are manufacturing, automotive, and technology. And the major employers in the area are Michelin, BMW, GE, and Milliken, with many new businesses establishing their headquarters here. Our hospital systems, Prisma Healthcare, and Bon Secours also continue to grow and offer great opportunities for those in healthcare. All of these industries continue to make Greenville an attractive destination for young or more seasoned professionals looking for career growth in the Carolinas. Alternatively, if you're looking to start or grow a business, South Carolina is known for being business-friendly with significantly lower taxes and regulations. For instance, one of my clients has a brother who specifically moved to Raleigh so he could take a biochem job at NC State while his wife works at Duke University in health and fitness. It was the perfect fit for them due to their career aspirations. Alternatively, my client works in road construction and his wife owns her own branding business, and they currently reside in the North Main area of Greenville. While your career or industry might not be the only driving factor in decisions, for these couples, it certainly made a significant impact on their relocation plan. So speaking of clients and the types of people that move to Greenville versus Raleigh, who in general is flocking to these cities? I've supported a large variety of clients through my real estate journey, from young professionals to retirees. I would say, in general, Greenville is drawing a mix of young families, remote workers, and retirees looking for a slower pace and better cost of living. Many are relocating from Florida, New York, and Texas, trading the traffic and business for a slower pace of life and better cost of living. It's becoming increasingly more common to meet someone who just moved here rather than someone who has lived here their entire life. Raleigh, on the other hand, has a younger, more transient population with lots of professionals in their 20s and 30s. Thanks to the tech scene and the universities, many people are moving from Washington, D.C., Boston, and California. It's a hotbed for career-driven folks looking for opportunity and growth. While not true for every single person moving to either location, Raleigh skews younger and more dynamic, while Greenville attracts people who are ready to plant roots and build a lifestyle with a little more balance. So let's dig a bit into lifestyle. How do Raleigh and Greenville compare in terms of overall vibe, things to do, culture, food scenes, and outdoor access? For starters, we like to say on Living Local that Greenville offers all the charm of small-town southern living, mixed with the growing urban scene and access to every modern-day convenience that you might need. One of the city's key attractions is Falls Park on the Reedy River, which is a beautiful park in the middle of downtown Greenville. There's a huge pedestrian bridge running through the center of the park, overlooking the waterfall. How many people can say they live in a city with a waterfall nestled right in the middle of downtown? It's crazy to think that less than 20 years ago, this bridge was home to a major two-lane road that connected one side of the town to the other. In the past 2 decades, Greenville city leadership has made huge strides in making Greenville much more pedestrian-friendly, focused on green spaces, and overall a people-first city. You can also find a variety of restaurants, bars, and boutiques along Greenville's Main Street, which comes alive, especially at nighttime, with string lights strung throughout the trees. It gives quaint and southern, but alive and thriving all at the same time. If you're in town, be sure to check out my video on all the different ways to have fun in Greenville for any personality type. But if I had to choose, I would definitely recommend grabbing a latte at Spill the Beans, taking a walk through Falls Park, and walking a bit further downtown and grabbing lunch at New Realm Brewery, and ending the day with an elderflower spritz cocktail at Paloma before checking out Gianna, a modern Italian spot, for dinner. Beyond its charming downtown, Greenville also has a lot going on in terms of entertainment as well. There's a thriving art scene with a variety of artist studios in the area west of Greenville, as well as 4 to 5 different theaters where you can catch a show on any given night. Plus, Greenville is known for its world-class performing arts center, the Peace Center. At the Peace Center, you can catch anything from Hamilton to The Lion King to folk music to more niche Broadway shows, depending on what you're in the mood to watch. You can also sometimes find larger musicians coming to the Bon Secours Wellness Arena, but more often than not, these shows are going to be weekday shows as the larger acts head to larger cities like Charlotte, Atlanta, or Raleigh for weekend shows. Or if you're into sports, you can also catch a game at the Greenville Drive, the city's AA baseball team, or a Greenville Triumph soccer game. My family loves catching a Greenville Triumph game, and we can't wait for the brand new 10,000-seat soccer stadium to be built just outside of downtown Greenville this coming year. You can learn more about this exciting development for sports lovers in the video linked above. In comparison, Raleigh definitely leans a bit more of an urban, large city-like feel. In general, with a larger population and a wider geographic spread, you're going to feel the difference in its overall vibe in comparison to Greenville's quaint downtown. But that might be what you're looking for in your next home. For instance, Raleigh leans much more metropolitan with major institutions like the North Carolina Museum of Art, North Carolina Symphony, and the North Carolina Museum of Natural Science, and the J.C. Ralston Arboretum. While Greenville has the Peace Center and the Well, Raleigh has larger venues like the Red Hat Amphitheater and PNC Arena, which hosts everything from large-name concerts to Carolina Hurricanes hockey. For history buffs, Raleigh is the capital of North Carolina, so the city boasts tons of history experiences, tours, and cultural gems to scratch that itch if you're interested. Both cities are also known for their festivals, with one of my favorites in Greenville being Fall for Greenville, which is hosted in October in downtown Greenville. This is a free annual event that hosts hundreds of bands throughout the weekend. The festival shuts down Main Street so you can walk from stage to stage, listen to bands, and enjoy tasty food and beverages. My family and I love to go on Sunday when the crowd is a little bit lighter. You can also check out Artisphere in May, which is entirely focused on art and performance, and Euphoria in September, which is entirely dedicated to food. In Raleigh, be sure to check out Artsplosion in May, which is also a 2-day arts festival with over 170 visual artists, Broogaloo in April, which is one of the largest craft beer festivals in the U.S., as well as Raleigh's International Wine and Beer Festival in October. As you can tell, both cities take culture, food, and music very seriously. Overall, Greenville is, yes, smaller, but definitely has its own cultural punch and unique lifestyle, just with a more walkable southern charm, whereas Raleigh boasts an urban vibe with more national caliber institutions. Nonetheless, both cities seem to prioritize culture, food, and music in a variety of ways. Speaking of food, let's dig a little deeper into the food scene of both cities. Greenville's restaurant scene is incredibly strong for its size, and it's definitely booming. Here in Greenville, you'll find that there's an emphasis on Southern cuisine and new trendy spots opening all the time. If you're looking into Mexican, be sure to check out the newly opened Matador or James Beard-winning Como 864. If you're looking for a high-end steakhouse, you can't go wrong with Hall's Chop House or Rick Irwin's, or modern Italian options, you can try Gianna or DeMarco's. In fact, one of my favorite restaurants, Sobeys, just won Wine Spectator's Grand Award for its wine program, the first restaurant in South Carolina to ever receive this accolade. We've also seen chefs like Joe Cash relocate back to Greenville to open new restaurant concepts after working in fine dining in larger cities like LA. Cash opened his restaurant Scoundrel 2 years ago. With its moody French vibes, it's a must for a fancier date night or a night out with friends. You have to try the beef tartare, Caesar salad, and if you're feeling really adventurous, the tomahawk steak to split with a few of your favorite people around the table. In Greenville, you can also find much more laid-back options like sidewall pizza, tipsy taco, and nosedive. And if you're looking for a sweet treat off the beaten path, you'll want to try Brick Street Cafe, famous for their sweet potato cake. Trust me on this one, it's absolutely divine. Greenville hosts Euphoria every year, which is the city's premier food, wine, and music festival. This event showcases the best of Greenville's culinary talent alongside incredible live music and wine tastings. You can join large events with multiple food vendors and musicians, or choose to do an intimate dinner with a world-class chef and pianist. No matter what, it's truly a foodie lover's paradise. Raleigh, on the other hand, has a more global and upscale flavor. The food landscape is often described as vibrant, diverse, and rapidly evolving, and was actually celebrated by USA Today as one of America's hottest and most underrated culinary cities. This rise in fame can be attributed to influential chefs like Ashley Christensen, who received the James Beard Award for Outstanding Chef in 2019, and helped raise the city's dining profile with restaurants like Poole's Diner, Death and Taxes, and Beasley's Chicken and Honey. But Amanda is a beloved hybrid, Laotian spot, Brewery Bahavana serves dim sum in a chick brewery bookstore, flower shop hybrid, and Crawford & Sons offers a refined seasonal menu in a cozy space. The city also boasts one of the best brewery scenes in the Southeast. As I'm sure you're picking up by now, both cities love food, but Raleigh offers more international variety, while Greenville champions hyperlocal, chef-driven concepts with Southern flair. It all depends on what you and your taste buds are in the mood for. When thinking about the overall vibe of these cities or popular things to do for fun, we of course can't skip talking about the great outdoors. If nature and getting outside is a priority for you, both cities offer great options, but definitely have their differences. Greenville is truly surrounded by natural beauty, and as the name implies, does a really good job of putting the green in Greenville. Greenville is known for the Swamp Rabbit Trail, which is a 28-mile paved path that runs along the old railroad track. The trail is perfect for walking, running, and biking and offers a variety of parks, restaurants, and breweries along the way. I'm actually a long-distance endurance runner and use the Swamp Rabbit Trail daily for running and meeting up with my running groups. Greenville also has great access to nearby state parks for hikers and campers and is surrounded by a variety of beautiful lakes like Lake Jocassee and Lake Keowee, which are great for boating or kayaking, or you're just a short drive from parks like Jones Gap State Park and Table Rock, which offer options for camping and hiking. Raleigh is flatter but rich in green space. Umstead State Park, Lake Johnson, and Shelley Lake are all popular for walking, paddling, and trail running. Raleigh's greenway system is massive with over 180 miles, and you're just a couple of hours from the Blue Ridge Mountains. While both cities are definitely landlocked, they are both within 3 to 4 hour driving distance from a variety of the Carolina beaches. If you're in Raleigh, you might want to check out Nags Head or the Outer Banks, or if you're in Greenville, you're just a few hours from Hilton Head, Folly Beach, or Kiowa. Overall, Greenville offers a bit more of an adventurous outdoor lover's landscape while still offering options for laid-back outdoor recreation, whereas Raleigh feels less adventurous with a bit more variety and flat ground. And finally, before we sign off today, let's chat a little bit about travel. Frequent travelers should know that Raleigh-Durham International Airport is significantly larger than the Greenville-Spartanburg Airport. RDU offers nonstop flights to major hubs like New York City, LA, and Chicago, and even international destinations like London and Paris. GSP is smaller but very manageable with direct flights to places like Dallas, Atlanta, and Charlotte. For road trips, both cities sit on major interstates, Greenville on I-85 and Raleigh on I-40 and I-440, so regional travel is easy. However, if you're in need of international access or a larger selection of nonstop flights, you need to drive to major airports for flights, like Charlotte Douglas International, about an hour and a half away, and Atlanta. Overall, Raleigh's better for frequent flyers, but Greenville is wonderfully efficient if you prefer stress-free regional travel and was recently named one of the best small airports in the country. So, which city is right for you? Greenville offers a slower pace, mountain scenery, affordability, and a tight-knit community that prides itself on charm and southern hospitality. It's ideal if you want the sense of knowing your neighbors, access to nature, and a growing downtown that still feels local. As we mentioned before, it's a really great city for young families looking to put down roots, seasoned professionals, or retirees. Raleigh offers a bigger city buzz, more career opportunities, and a dynamic cultural and food scene. It's great for ambitious professionals, young families, and anyone who wants a vibrant, forward-moving environment. Whichever you choose, you're getting sunshine, culture, and opportunity. So, Greenville or Raleigh? Let me know in the comments where you'd rather call home. Thanks again for tuning in today. If you're looking for a home in Greenville specifically, don't forget to take my quiz to find the best area for you, or reach out to me directly through the contact information listed on the screen. I'd love to help you find ways to live local and live better in the greater Greenville area. We'll see you in the next video.